Carey, thanks so much for joining us. We're excited about your show this evening. Wanted to just ask a few questions on behalf of our audience and maybe provide a little more insight into you as the singer-songwriter. But maybe you can start off and tell us a little bit about the beginnings, how music found you or you found music.
Well, I guess it started when I was a little kid, singing along with TV theme songs and whatnot. And I had brothers, and my brother was into playing guitar and stuff, and so he kind of passed it on to me. So
TV actually does have some redeeming
TV
value.
Does, yeah.
So we always wonder.
All those cheesy commercials and stuff. Yeah, that's where I started. So.
And from there, I'm assuming that you found some actual musicians aside from just TV theme songs. Were there early influences in your musical?
Yeah, definitely. Out of my grandma's farm, there was always guitars laying around and a piano, and I was always kind of fascinated with that. Just musical instruments, music, and my Aunt Dolores had a bunch of old Beatles records, and actually when I was like 7 or 8 I discovered all these records, and it was like, Magical Mystery Tour. Like, not exactly, I couldn't quite wrap my head around that at that age, but I knew there was something in there that I loved, and it was actually a lot of Paul McCartney and Wings and stuff like that, so I was highly influenced by that. And
I'm sure you're aware of it, but much of your music now has sort of that same dreamy, I don't know how to describe, but a lot of that same quality.
Yeah.
I'm guessing that was by design.
That's kind of my earliest influence as far as when I figured out I wanted to write songs. Before that it was like all the pop music of the day, like Prince and Phil Collins and all that stuff. But then when I decided I wanted to write music, it was the Beatles were huge.
And along the lines of writing music, where's the root of the song come from? Is it personal autobiographical stuff, or is it sort of you letting your mind go wild? Or?
I think I just like to approach every song like as unique, like a child, almost like you're raising a child. You got to almost like let the song take you where it needs to go. Sometimes it starts with an experience of mine. Sometimes it's an experience of a friend of mine or someone close to me. And then, I think it kind of gets thrown into a blender and blended up, and it's this newborn kind of thing that, hopefully no one's quite heard before.
That was always my not that I'm a songwriter, but I always would have that concern that whatever I come up with sounds incredibly similar to something that already exists.
It always happens, yeah. You write something and you do like, this is the best song, and then you realize it's a Neil Young song.
Right.
Or something, yeah.
That's right.
It happens all the
time. And then earlier you were telling me that you now got a couple other CDs that are out. I think you were familiar with Lucid Dream. What I was going to say is your current one, but actually maybe there are some others that are shortly down the pipeline there.
Oh yeah, I got a lot of stuff that I'm working on now, which I'll be playing tonight. And then I actually brought along an older CD with my former band, Torben Floor. It's me and my brother's band that we used to play out in Chicago quite a bit for like 7 years in the mid to late 90s and into 2000. And
has your music, I don't know, changed or evolved through the years? Do you think it's...
It definitely has, yeah. I mean, my voice has changed a lot, and it's
aside from the puberty thing.
Aside from that, yeah. Although maybe I don't know. That's a good point.
No, I'm just kidding. So how would you describe your music today versus maybe 3-5 years ago?
I don't want to say more mature. I guess just I'm getting better as a songwriter and getting better at staying on task and deciding what I want to say and then like saying it in a concise manner. Whereas when you first start writing songs, a lot of times I think you get self-indulgent and you kind of say too much, or it's too all over the place. But as you write more, you get more focused.
Right.
And, it's more coherent.
And then just lastly, tell us who your current influences are, or who you're listening to currently.
Actually, since I moved to Nashville, I've actually been appreciating a lot more country and bluegrass and that kind of stuff. So I've been listening to a lot of like Graham Parsons and Flying Burrito Brothers and
good old stuff.
Willie Nelson, Phases and Stages, that record. But also just like like hip hop stuff too, like Mos Def, and I mean I love all music. If it comes from the right place, then I get it.
Well, we're looking forward to the show tonight.
Me too.
Thanks, Carey.
For having me.
Yep.